A hidden dungeon only I can enter begins by showing a teenage boy named Nostalgia who comes from a simple family with a reputation for mediocre social status. People with low social status were often underestimated and considered unimportant in the land where he lived. One example was when Noir was about to work in a royal library. He could be easily pushed aside by youths of higher social status. His younger sister Nostalgia suggests that he register and take the Hero Academy exam to change their fate. One day, Noir met his girlfriend, Emma Brightness, who also enrolled in the Hero Academy that year. Everyone who enrolled in the academy had to have at least one magical ability or a good fighting ability to complete the academy's many missions. Noir has a rare magical ability called the Power of the Great Sage, which allows him to learn a lot in that world. Despite of having that incredible power, he always had a headache when he used that power. After learning about his headache, Emma suggests that they should kiss because she had heard that a kiss from a girl could relieve headaches. After that, Noir asked the Great Sage how to become stronger so he could pass the Hero Academy entrance exam. The Great Sage told him to explore a hidden dungeon in the forest so he could meet a legendary hero. As usual, he will feel a severe headache, so Emma helps him overcome it. In the evening, Noir went to a secret dungeon in the forest and entered the dungeon alone. After successfully opening the gate and entering the dungeon, he met a beautiful woman named Olivia Servant, who was bound by iron chains. She explained that she had been trapped in that dungeon castle for 200 years and couldn't escape the chain of death because the chain had enormous magical power. Hearing this, Noir asked if there was anything he could do to free her. However, Olivia didn't answer and instead asked what he meant by coming to that place alone. He replied that he had received advice from the Great Sage that he could gain power from the dungeon. After knowing his intentions, she immediately gave all her strength to him without hesitation. Olivia blessed Noir with the mighty power of Creator, Giver, and Changer abilities. That means he will be able to create new powers, give power to others, and change the abilities or strengths of others. However, to use that power, he needs a lot of life points that can be obtained by touching women. If he uses too much power, his life points can be reduced, and he will automatically die if his life points run out. Noir also took the power he had just obtained by creating a stone bullet to defeat a slime monster. In the evening, he replenishes his energy and life points by leaning on Alice's lap. Since that day, he often hugs Emma tightly so he can quickly get many life points. After accumulating enough points, he creates a new power that allows him to read information about the strength of a hero or a monster. The next day, Noir and Alice take the Hero Academy entrance exam along with hundreds of other teenagers. The first test they had to complete was to find and collect extremely rare monster materials. Noir and Emma decided to join a team to complete this task easier. But that night, he went alone to a secret dungeon because the monsters he would fight were quite dangerous. This time, Noir had to deal with a very strong monster in the form of an angel of death with a fairly high level of difficulty. Fortunately, with his magic power, he defeated the monster and took the monster's skull. As a result, Noir and Emma managed to get first place in the entrance exam because it turned out that the skull that he brought was the skull of a very rare Dead Reaper monster. After being accepted as a new student at the academy, Noir realized that the cost of education at the academy was very expensive. So, he went back to the secret dungeon and met Olivia to ask how to get a lot of money. She suggests he go to an adventurer's guild and become an adventurer so he can collect money faster. After arriving at the adventurer's guild office, he meets a young girl named Lola Metrace, the receptionist. When registering as an adventurer, Noir is asked to write down what abilities he has on the registration form. After checking the ability with a magic book, Lola looked surprised to discover that he had the same abilities as the legendary adventurer Olivia. Lola also gives him a mission to find a rainbow grasshopper so he can get money faster. With the ability of the Great Sage, Noir can easily find and catch the rainbow grasshopper. Not only that, with the help of Emma's abilities, he was able to catch bigger and more rainbow grasshoppers. Shortly afterward, Noir and Emma started their next mission, to defeat a monster named Big Rabbit. Emma took the first attack on the monster with consecutive kunai attacks, but because her attack power was weak, she could not defeat the monster. Seeing this, Noir repeated his life pound by hugging her so he could give her new abilities. As a result, they finally defeated the rabbit monster before they finally cooked the rabbit meat and distributed it to other adventurers. After collecting enough money to pay for the academy fees, Noir officially becomes an academy student with Emma. At the gates of the Hero Academy, Noir and Emma cross paths with a daughter named Maria Fiona Albert, who comes from a rich and highly respected noble family. Although Maria seems to be living a perfect life, he sees something different from her, namely a deadly curse that always follows her. Based on his information, the curse could make her die when she turns 16. Soon after that, when Noir entered the class for the first time, many students looked down on him because his family status was not noble. Fortunately, Maria is happy to accept him because she doesn't care about social status and is willing to befriend with anyone. After that, he and the others gathered on the academy grounds to receive training from a former mercenary woman named Aluna Stongus. Aluna asks him to come forward and attack her with his sword. However, Aluna managed to block all attacks from Noir and gave a counterattack to him. After that, she said she would give any reward to the student who could dodge her attacks. Hearing the challenge, he immediately used his strength to increase his movement speed ability so that he could quickly dodge all of her attacks. As she had promised, Aluna gave Noir a gift that he wanted to make him feel happy. Seeing the greatness of Noir, Maria intends to invite him to train together so that her fighting ability will increase. But before she had time to do the exercises, she suddenly felt pain and fell limp because of her curse. Noir, who feels sympathy, tries to help her by removing the curse using the power of change. However, Great Sage says that to remove such a strong curse, he needs a lot of life points and must ask for help from someone who can remove the curse. Noir and Emma went to meet Lola to ask if she knew someone who could lift other people's curses. Lola also suggests that he meet a female priest named Luna Healer, known to have lifted someone's curse. After that, he started to accumulate a lot of life points by using the power of luck so that he could touch many women. Soon afterward, Noir, Emma, and Lola went to see Luna and tell her about Maria's cursed condition. Apparently, Maria had previously met Luna and asked for help to do the same, but she refused because Maria's curse was very strong. If she lifted the curse that was too strong, Luna had to risk her age so that she could have died after removing the curse. In the afternoon, Noir, who had an idea, told Luna that he had found a solution to the problem. He will change her power so that the age reduction effect is replaced with a financial reduction effect and won't risk her life again. That means Luna must collect a lot of money to lift the curse without sacrificing the money she has had all this time. Lola advised them to participate in an affectionate show competition which offered a huge gold prize. In the competition, each couple had to show off their affection in front of thousands of singles in the audience. After several participants performed, now it was Noir's and his girl's turn to show off their intimacy in front of the audience. They managed to display an intimate relationship that made the audience feel so jealous that they were able to win the competition and bring home a lot of gold. After getting the money, Noir and Luna immediately went to Maria's house to lift the curse before it was too late. Luna began to cast spells and perform rituals to remove the deadly curse. After the ritual procession was completed, Maria was finally free from the deadly curse and lived a normal life like a normal girl. Maria's family gave Noir and Luna a huge gift of gold because they have helped her. The next day, Emma suggests he build a monster material shop because many adventurers like to collect monster materials. When Noir wants to collect monster materials in a secret dungeon, he meets a giant talking black lion named Toromaru. He asked Noir to help save his friend on the 6th floor because he could not enter that floor. He meets Toromaru's friend, who has become a zombie. Then he uses his transforming power to turn the zombie back into a human. As it turned out, the man was an elf who had been trapped in that dungeon for a long time. Toromaru was very happy when he met his friend again. However, the elf couldn't bring him to the elf village. Therefore, Noir decides to take Toromaru to his house so that they can become friends. In this semester's academy exams, Aluna ordered the students to look for extremely powerful monster materials. Emma, Maria, and Noir decide to go hunting for the dragon and defeat dragons so they can get the material from the dragon. After a fierce battle, Noir, Emma, and Maria finally defeated the dragon until the dragon died. As a result, the Noir group collected the strongest materials and passed the academy examinations with the highest marks. He also got a very high reputation score in the Adventurers Guild and almost equaled the reputation value of the Adventurers of Sarah, the other receptionist besides Lola. To increase his reputation points, Noir returned to exploring the dungeon and went to a floor he had never entered. When he arrived on the 7th floor, he met a female forest elf named Loli who asked him to help save her from the Golden Bee. After consulting with Olivia, Noir begins to lure the White Wolves into attacking the Golden Bee. While the Golden Bee was battling the White Wolves, he used the opportunity to give the strongest attack to defeat the Golden Bee. One day, Emma invites Noir to go to a dance together to accompany her as her partner. While at the ball, a nobleman said that they were going to auction a very valuable rare mermaid pendant, and he had also hired some adventurers to look after the gem. In the middle of the party, a female phantom suddenly appears and bewitches Emma so that she can help her steal the mermaid jewel. Noir and an adventurous girl named Layla try to stop the female thief together. After a fierce battle, they were finally able to save Emma and reclaim the mermaid jewel. As a thank you, the nobleman gave Noir a building he could use as a new monster material shop. The next day, it turns out that Layla, whom he previously met at the dance, has become a new student at the Hero Academy and is in the same class as him. A few days later, his monster material shop officially opened, and many customers visited the shop. The next day, Noir goes to the library to find a way to free Olivia from the chains of death. After searching through various books, he finally found that he could use sacrificial powers to increase his magical abilities, but turned out he had to sacrifice other abilities. At a bar, Noir meets a fake Olivia, who is the embodiment of the chain of death. The fake Olivia then tells him about Olivia's past, which keeps her trapped in a secret dungeon. In the past, a teenage boy like Noir insisted on becoming Olivia's student. Although she kept refusing his request, he never gave up on learning from her. As a result, the annoyed Olivia only gave a little information about how to defeat a monster. But one day, the boy died after protecting a little girl from a monster attack, making Olivia blame herself for not teaching the child properly. Since the boy's death, Olivia has locked herself in a hidden dungeon until she has been trapped in the chains of death for years. She happily gave her strength to Noir because he reminded her of the boy who had died. That night, Noir and the girls unite their powers to defeat the chains of death to save Olivia. However, the girls could easily be defeated by the chains of death, so Noir had no choice but to use the power of sacrifice. After spending a lot of life points attacking the chain of death, he finally managed to defeat it and free Olivia from the chain of death. Finally, Olivia lived a free and peaceful life after making up for her mistakes for 200 years. Meanwhile, Noir lives a very pleasant life with the girls who always cling to him. The anime closes with Olivia accompanying Noir to explore a hidden dungeon together. The moral lesson this time is, never forget to return the favor to people who have helped our success and sacrificed many things for us.